Crap talking.
We're gonna get him fired today.
Yeah.
No, Glenn wouldn't fire me. Unless I did something extremely dumb, but
Yeah.
he wouldn't fire me, I don't think.
I told Lainey, I said, the only way I'm leaving you is you have to fire me.
Oh, as if I quit real estate.
Yeah, that's yours. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, quit real estate. You're not going to quit. All right. Look at his face.
Welcome to Beyond the Signs. I'm Jacob.
We're rolling. We're ready to
Okay.
go. Yeah. What's up, guys? Hi. Odie, that's your camera right there.
All right, that's
Okay.
my camera.
It is.
the
I like
Android.
that.
That's an
color.
Android. No, I'm kidding.
Leave my Android alone. Are you an iPhone or an Android person?
I am an iPhone person because everyone has them, and it just makes it easier.
It makes you cool.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want. Yeah. makes
Even
you
though
cool.
everyone I feel like says Androids are better, but no, I'm not switching.
They're so much simpler. You hand me an iPhone and I have no idea what to do with it.
My
Like,
dad-
it's.
My dad switched over from an Android to an iPhone. He's struggled for a second. Now he's good.
I struggled for a second. Yeah, no, I'm good. I've always been an Android girl. I will keep it there. All right, mics are on, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
See them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, so today we have Odi here from Goosehead Insurance, and we're just going to talk a little bit about right now the market because, yeah, we're going to get into the stuff that nobody wants to hear, but no, joking.
Yeah.
About first. But so we were talking about like things that did we talk about that on the first one? Things that make up a mortgage, right? And like right now it is a buyer's market, but the things that make it up right now are through the roof. Like, insurance has gone up and taxes have gone up, and as far as interest rates go, those are high. So we've seen a lot of sellers offering concessions and getting creative to help homeowners get into their first home or, second home, things like that. So on the insurance side, what are you seeing? What's been going on?
Yeah, I mean, insurance just isn't fun to begin with.
Yeah.
And it's just so subjective because one person could be claim heavy on their home. So if they purchase the same home, let's just say it's a brand new build that doesn't have any claims and one person is claim heavy versus another client who has no claims, well, that person one's insurance is more than likely going to be higher just because
Yeah.
he's filed claims.
Yeah.
Also, like area, roof age. Roof age is huge, and a lot of times when I think I just worked a deal with you.
Yeah.
But I always ask, what's the roof age?
Yeah.
Because it really impacts the insurance premium.
And they're getting a new roof. So when that happens, then their insurance would go down.
Yeah, newer roofs are just gonna be, insurance companies view that as less of a risk.
Yeah.
An older roof you're probably gonna file a claim on it because it's not gonna hold up to hail damages
Yeah.
as well as a newer roof. So yes, it'll help her
Help them
premium.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, but insurance is just so subjective. It's a very it can be a very case by case kind of thing. But we have a lot of carriers, and I like that because we write with so many carriers that we almost have we do have a carrier to place any risk. So when someone says, "Hey, this is a new build, new construction," I almost know exactly where to go place them because they're going to be very competitive, and they've always been very competitive. I have seen, though, this is just me, Mercury Insurance Carrier has been pretty competitive on some of my newer builds.
Really? I didn't even know Mercury was an insurance company.
Yeah.
Like you usually have like the
I
big
was
ones, like
just thinking of the car.
the car. Yeah. So y'all are like a brokerage or like a broker where you have where you basically it's kind of like a Progressive, but it's a like boutique brokerage type thing, right?
Yeah.
Because you work with so many carriers, you're not just one.
Yes. So Goosehead's like the biggest in the nation, the biggest broker in the nation, but our agency is local. Blaine is the agency owner, and everyone, y'all know Blaine.
Yeah.
So when you say boutique, yes, because we do know this market, we do know this area. Obviously, we network with you guys and most everyone in the industry when it comes to real estate in general. So the mortgage lenders and stuff and real estate agents. So yes, when you say boutique, because we kind of know, like I work with First United, so I kind of know how those girls work. And when they send me binder requests, I kind of know what they want versus another lender who you just get to know your partners really, especially when you're working with them in the community.
Yeah.
So it's kind of boutique.
Y'all
I
are
like
very
that.
community involved and networking and all the things. Like y'all are everywhere. Every time, like if I go on Facebook, there's a chamber event, there's any type of things, like y'all are, there's the boys right there. So,
yeah, we are. We try to be. I mean, we like that. We
Yeah.
like to be involved.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun to be involved. Okay, so
We're
right
not gonna
now,
do the yes today, by the way.
oh yeah, I shut up. I said yeah, I get. So our last one, I said yeah a lot, and the first one I said like a lot, and so I was gonna bring a fly swatter for him to smack me anytime I said any of
Any
those,
of those.
Podcast.
any of those things. He gets. It's literally like the last one can be a drinking game of how many times I say yeah.
Dude.
It's like, yeah, I'd go to the hospital on that drinking game.
Got alcohol poisoning. Okay, so whenever you have new home buyers coming to you for an insurance quote before they're closing, and okay, so basically, are they getting a shock or are they, happy? What is, and this isn't any fault to you, like you guys, this is just where it is right now across the board. Like, when there's a hurricane and, everybody's car insurance goes up, because they're covering all of that. So with the interest rates and everything going up, what is the reaction that you're getting from people starting new quotes?
Yeah. So again, like interest rates on a home aren't going to affect our insurance premium. But I mean, the reaction is I've had one or two kind of a shock, but it's like you're buying a $600,000 house.
Yeah.
And if you're a new first-time home buyer, then the insurance shopping process is probably new to you too. So then we walk them through that, like, hey, this is actually, all things considered, not a bad quote. I mean, look what we're insuring here. It's a sizable house. And I've only had maybe 2 or 3 that have been, I guess, on the shock, but most people are pretty neutral. More so on the, well, that's a little cheaper than what I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
And we are big on the education, so we run down their coverages and we say, hey, like this is what your insurance covers. I did add on these additional coverages. This is what this is. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your decision. So some clients do say, well, I don't really want those coverages, or what can we do to?
Yeah.
And we always ask too, are you price focused? Or we don't ask it, but as I'm doing my discovery call, I can kind of gauge this client's going to be more price focused versus coverage focused. So not so much shock, more so kind of like, oh, okay, I see.
The education. That's what I like on you guys too, is the education, and that's
Yeah.
what I like with like lenders.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell your client, okay, this one, they are going to educate you. They still educate me. Like I learn things from them, it's we don't know everything, and there's always something new. And I think that's the best thing that you can do for your clients is have the education for them. So, and guiding them through the process.
Yeah. One thing that some clients are like, oh, I didn't know that. We have a loss of use line item on homeowners policies, and that's pretty much there. If your home, let's just say a tree falls on it or burns down, due to a claim, you can't live in it. That pretty much insures a roof, whether the insurance carrier is going to flat out pay for it or reimburse you to kind of get into a hotel or something while your home is being rebuilt. And a lot of new first-time home buyers, when they're purchasing insurance, are like, I didn't know that was a thing. So it's always kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
But then you definitely have those other clients that are like, I don't care how much this costs. I just want to be completely, fully covered.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, here you are.
I do need to look into my home insurance.
Me too, because I have so many.
Yeah. No. Okay. So moving on. Okay, to fun stuff. All right. So I have, well, kind of crap to talk, but not crap to talk. So I can't name drop. But and I think this isn't just in our
I'll
industry.
Just censor it. Just
you probably know who I'm talking about whenever. I need to cut that out. So I don't think it's just in our industry. I think it's just people in general as well. So I will say I feel like I'm a nice person. I try to be.
I'm sorry.
I try to be a nice person. I mean, it's my motto is kindness is free. Like but in return, if somebody's rude to me, maybe like the first time I'm just going to, let it slip. Okay. All right. Maybe they're just having a bad day. But then after multiple times, then you're going to get the like really big bitch side of me. Like it's just going to happen. And I can really be one. Okay. Can really be one. But kindness is free. And I've just had, recently and just rudeness, and I'm kind of, tired of it. So I wanted to play a little game today.
Okay.
And so we're going to, y'all, it's kind of like charades. So everybody picks 2 pieces of paper out of this little lockbox box I have, and you get to read your quote. So now, these are tips for when somebody is rude and you kill them with kindness.
So they're tips.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not. It's phrases. So pick two.
We're having therapy right now.
We're having therapy right now. Hey, these are really good. Okay, so this is when somebody is a jerk or something, and you really want to pop that one side off of you that you try to tame. You have now
Okay.
something to say
Do we read it now? Or
without going to jail. Without going to jail. Yeah, Odi, let's hear yours first. Which one did you get?
Hate your lie, tell it how you want.
It's your lie.
Oh, it's your lie, tell it how you want.
It's your lie. Tell you.
Good job,
tell
Sarah.
You what. Shut my
No,
handwriting.
that's English is my second language. It's your lie, tell it how you want.
All right, Jacob, what
Okay.
do you got?
I'm not going to argue with you. You have every right to be wrong. I like that one.
All right, I got, wow, you're really being yourself today.
Okay. Circle back.
I hope you win whatever internal battle you're facing that's causing your negative perspective, Sarah. Sarah, let's really have therapy. What is going on?
I hope you heal from the things that cause you to act like this.
I like the one that he just read is one of my favorites. Yes, yeah. Okay. If you start being kind today, maybe tomorrow it won't be so hard for you.
I feel like it'd be so hard because like our insurance is so fast.
Yeah.
For the most part, you send me a client and then we talk with the client through the discovery call and whatnot, but that lasts a few minutes, 10, 15 minutes. We quote it,
Yeah.
we call them, they say yes, and then, okay, we'll wait for a binder. So our interactions are not, and we're only really interacting with you or the client.
Yeah.
And so there's not a lot of, like, we're not having substantial conversations like
Yeah.
you guys are. So with us, there's not a lot of room to get annoyed like this.
To get annoyed like this, to have to put it on little papers and play a
Yeah.
game out of it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with you. You have every right to be wrong.
That's
That's a
my
That
personality.
sounds like something he would say right there. I think that one was good for you. Yeah.
I try to sometimes, but most times I'm just like, cool. Like I just,
Cool.
yeah. I
Yeah.
did have an interaction earlier this week, and I was pretty forward in my email with a lender, and I was so annoyed.
Yeah.
There's a few
No.
lenders like that. There's
Yeah.
lenders all
Yeah.
over the place like that, though.
Yeah, not in our area. It was another lender, but I was just like, hey man, come on, like this is now just
Yeah, name
becoming
drop.
too much.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, there was
Yeah.
that title company that I told you about that put me through all that we talked about in the first one.
Mhm. Yeah.
And literally at the end of it, they said, "Thanks for hanging in there," in the email they sent me. I'm like, I wanted to drive down there at that point. I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you for what you put me through? But yes, and my clients, like it was, I don't know. I'm always going to fight for my clients though. So I'm going to, make sure that, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like taking like the mindset, like your clients are your kids, Mama Bear
Yeah.
comes out, like we're
Yeah, I had a real estate agent yesterday who we network with, and
Mhm.
he refers to us. He's a really cool guy, and I hang out with him a lot. And I called him just to talk on my drive back to the office, and he said, "Man, I'm a little stressed." I think he said it was with Homes. Can I say that?
Oh, uh-huh. Yeah, you can say it.
Okay,
Depending on where you go with it.
Yeah.
you can beep it out.
I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they like dropped the ball and didn't send something on Saturday, so it pushed closing back. But his clients had already pretty much how it worked out was they were gonna move out of the house, assuming that they were gonna get into this new house. So then he was like, "Dude, my clients don't even have may not have a place to live." And then he ended the conversation with like, "I really don't even care about this money or the commission. I'm stressed that
Yeah.
they're not gonna have somewhere to live if this
Yeah.
doesn't get
Mhm.
resolved."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Dang, man, you might have to open up your own doors."
Yeah. Yeah. Or help them get, I had to do that. I had to help clients get into an Airbnb one time because they were moving from, out of state. And the closing got pushed a day. And they were they were arriving that day for the closing, and then it got pushed to the next day. And so here they are with their animals, their,
Yeah.
car packed full and had nowhere to go. And so I had to secure an Airbnb for them. So, yeah.
But why do closings get pushed back? Because we're not on that side. Usually, once we write the insurance, we're done.
So it can be lenders.
A lot of times it's lending.
Yeah, a lot of times lending. So if they didn't have their finalizations, and so like whenever it's about time to close, so 2 days before closing, the client has to sign a paper, right? That's like basically saying like, this is what your, CDA is, okay. And then they approve, and then they can close. But if, lender and title, if they're going back and forth balancing it out, like if they're not getting the correct numbers, then that can cause delay. Survey can cause delay.
There's also a lot of lenders that get the contracts and they see how much time is written in the contract, stuff like this, and they just sit on it.
Yeah.
And then they start working like, a week before we're closing.
Underwriting.
And
Underwriting
it's
can
just,
take a little bit, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's why there's so many lenders we work with that we have good relationships with.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, and also if you schedule your closing too late in the day too, and you're having funding, say it's not a cash deal, say it's you have a lender. If you schedule it for after 3 o'clock, it may not fund till the next morning. Pretty high chance.
Yeah.
So they sign all the papers, but then they don't get the keys till the next day. Mm-hmm. So that's, that can be tricky as well. But a lot of time it's on lending side, but that's why we have our great lenders that we love.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the one I had that got pushed was a lender. I was on the seller side, but it was on the buyer side lender.
Mine was too.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't know, because I have solid relationships with lenders here too. But I was in banking, so I got to, First United holds a lot of the market share in our area, and that's who I worked with and for. So I got to meet all the lenders and work with them on working side by side. But anyways, I've never experienced anything bad or negative with local people. I've experienced some frustrations with people who are, I don't know where their office is at.
Big corporate America or just down south.
Down in cities, yeah. Because it's so saturated down there.
Circling back to corporate America from
last week, yeah. Yeah, no, the cities get so saturated with, lenders, title companies, and agent, so you don't really know what you're getting when you go into a contract and you don't know who you're working with. So that is a little stressful, but yeah.
What was your first deal? You're as a real estate agent, how did you feel? But you
Mine
too.
was fun. Mine was easy.
Yeah.
Mine was a cash deal out at the, and they bought this, it's almost like it was a Graceland building, and whoever had it before converted it into a living quarters, but it's like 300 square feet. And it may have not even been that much.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it just had, like a main living area with a bunk bed and a couch, and then it had a bathroom and a little kitchen. And it was a tiny deal, but it was a good starting deal. I mean, and I thought it was stressful at the time. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so much, there's just so much going on. And then since I've gone through deals with lenders, I'm like, oh my gosh, I appreciate a cash deal. So that was so easy compared to some of the deals I've done.
Land deals are easy. My first one was a land deal. And the seller was also the listing agent.
Okay.
And during our negotiations, it was on a weekend, we were negotiating, and she was drunk. And so we got it for a steal.
Wow.
She was,
that's one way to do it.
I mean, she signed it. We negotiated back and forth, and she literally told me, she was like, I'm sorry, I've had a few drinks. And I'm like, great.
Have a few more.
Have a few more. So don't drink and try to do deals. Just don't do that.
Can everything in the house come with it now?
Yeah.
Let's keep talking. Let's keep negotiating.
Yeah.
Have another shot.
I don't know if she was drunk. She was coherent. So, because it would have been unethical to have, and obviously, if she would have been not in her right mind and then realized what she did the next day, and then, she could have, backed out of that. But she did have a few drinks.
Also, the agent on my first deal was pretty easy to work with.
Yeah.
I've heard that because again, I'm not in the real estate market like you guys are. That I've heard that other agents.
Oh yeah,
can be just really hard to work with.
Especially the more I don't want to say experienced, but there's a lot of agents that I've been in this for 30 years. They let that go to their head.
I had one kill a deal on that.
And they think that
killed it.
Yeah, they think that they can just walk all over you.
Yeah, she was from Dallas. And she said, "Oh, I run a very successful team for X amount of years. Da, da, da. I don't care." So we put in an offer, and then she told me that they got a better offer that morning, and asked if my buyer would go up $50,000 cash. And I'm like, what?
No.
But no. Like, no. And then she argued on commission, and then she argued on the furniture because they wanted to buy the furniture too. They were offering. It was a good offer. And then she was just like, she just kept on and kept on and kept on, and just something new each, And so my buyer was like, "I'm out and done." I said, "Okay." And so we hit withdrawal of offer. And then she goes, "Oh, well, I just got my seller to, accept everything you were asking." And I'm like, "Too late. Sorry, you pissed them off. They're done. Like, they're done. They don't want, we're moving on."
I dealt with one agent local here that she just preyed on the fact that I was relatively new at the time. I mean, well, no, it's not that. It's just she always was passive aggressive in everything she would say, and I'm dropping the she.
Okay, so.
But I've had multiple deals, so it's fine.
Okay. All right. So if you, ever have an encounter with her again and she's rude or anything like that, wow, you're really being yourself today.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yeah, Jacob.
There we go.
Mic drop.
My little papers help. No.
What about when people ask, because I didn't know, but now that I work with like real estate agents on a deeper level, I can see why a real estate agent is needed, because there's so much. But from y'all's obviously in firsthand perspective, working the market, the myth of real estate agents aren't needed, or what else?
I mean, there's still people that try to sell things on their own, and what's lovely is whenever say you have a listing and then there's a buyer and they want to represent themselves, but then they want you to fill out forms for them. No, I'm sorry, I don't represent you. I represent my client, and they want you to do all the work. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to do all this, then you're going to pay me. I'm not representing both sides. That's very stressful. But as far as and that just proves it right there, is that they can't do it on their own. I mean, I'm sure there are some people that can, but you're going to miss certain things that a realtor is not
like
miss.
Like a lawyer selling their house or something like that. They'd be more well versed with contracts and things.
Or a builder or something,
stuff like that.
Yeah, that has experience in that.
But it's industry. Like you go on Facebook or whatever and you just see like these.
Well, and here's the thing though too, like, so say, there was somebody that I talked to a while back that they were in a sticky situation. So they did a seller financing from somebody. Yeah. And so the seller was financing the home to them. And then, but they wanted to list the home for sale. And I said, okay. And, we talked about having to go through title and all that. And I said, is your name on the deed? No, it's still in her name. I said, well, then you don't own the house. You're paying rent. And they had no idea. And I was like, whenever you signed the papers for the seller financing, you should have went to a title company and had it deeded over. Like, you're just paying rent at this point. You don't own anything.
So what happened? Like
I think they're still trying to fight on it. So, yeah. But, I mean, when you don't have a realtor, there's certain things like, we're going to have our inspectors that we recommend, right? These are people that we've worked with. We know are going to do a good job. And, in all honesty, they get to use whoever they want. But we can say, hey, this is who I recommend. This is insurance. Okay, we need to get this done by this time. This needs to be done by this time. We're the ones staying on top of the title company and the lenders and making sure everything's going, surveys, things like that. Okay, we can't find it. It needs to be ordered. All right, let's get it done now because they're about 3 weeks behind. This is going to push our closing. And then, they're running into, how do I ask for things like concessions? How do I, negotiate this? Maybe I want to buy all the furniture, but they're saying they want, this much. And it's just, I think having a realtor on your side is very beneficial because you could buy a property and then find out that you really didn't buy that property. Or you can buy a property and it's full of termites, or there's a cloud on the title or a lien, and then you're just in a really sticky situation. So, and then you lose everything.
Yeah. I don't know. I did not realize though until after I got into this whole thing how not necessarily hated this profession is, but I don't know. And it's just anytime there's a real estate post on Facebook, it floods.
Here comes the flood.
Oh my God. Well, no, I'm not talking about just people like just, oh my gosh, realtors are terrible, this and that. And I'm just
Oh.
like, okay, you had a terrible realtor.
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah.
plenty more. You just need to
Yeah. Interview. That's what I always ask too.
you need to go around. It's like a doctor
Yeah.
or whoever, just get second opinions.
Yeah.
I mean,
When I have like leads that are kind of unsure, or they're like, well, I've been talking to somebody else, or, I'll just ask them, okay, well, are you open to interviewing? Are you going to be doing interviews with other realtors? Because I'd love to be on that list,
Yeah.
I'd love to have a minute of your time and tell you what I can do for you and my marketing plan, and
Yeah.
so, but yeah, I don't know. I think people too, if they get stuck with they hire one person and don't realize that, hey, there's a way out of this. If I feel like,
yeah, absolutely.
if I feel like my, contractual like obligations, this person's not meeting them, I'm meeting them, but they're not, there's ways to get, out of that. But also for the other realtor sharking that client, they need to be ethical about it. If they're going to shark it, that happens. I've had that twice happen to me.
Mhm.
Someone sharked it from you?
Last year,
Sarah
2 times.
pisses a lot of people off.
I don't mean to. Okay, so I had 2 different situations where clients got sharked for me. So that was fun. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that happens. It's cutthroat. It's competitive. It's all that. But, yeah. Have you had anybody taken from you?
No, everyone loves me.
Everyone loves Jacob.
Yeah. Well, the first one was the other realtor that sharked her. Her sister had owned the property, and the buyer went there. And, I always say, don't do that. Don't go talk to the seller, because then you're putting yourself in a situation. And I guess they gained a relationship. And so the seller, her sister that had it listed, was going to go down and clean the buyer's house and help her organize to get her house listed. And she was like literally going to go down there for like a weekend and like go like scrub floors and baseboards to take this client from me. And I'm like, if you need it that bad, you can have it.
Jeez.
If you need it that bad, you can have it. But yeah.
But I mean, insurance agents get the same rap.
Yeah.
Y'all are just trying to take our money, all this and all that. And it's like, we're not.
Yeah.
We don't really, people think we make so much commission off of, we don't.
Yeah.
We really don't.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. There's bad insurance agents, just like there's great ones. And we can tweak a policy, and this is where the bad rap comes, and add really not great coverage to get it cheap. But then when you go file a claim and then you realize you're not covered. And then I've also
your insurance agent. Yeah.
I've also worked deals where a client will call and they're like, hey, I just need my homeowner's insurance is renewing. And then through the conversation, they're like, yeah, I mean, we just bought this house. Our lender or our whoever, they found insurance. We never talked to the agent. And I'm like, do you even know what you bought then? Do you even know what is
like
on
what your coverage is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
which
that's
is crazy. Yeah. But same thing. Insurance agents get the same rap.
Yeah. Well, and and the commission, that's how we make a living, but it's not like we don't work for it. People also think too, like it's like probably with insurance too, oh, you just like type a couple things in a computer and oh, you get all this money and all that. They don't know like how much work it actually is. Like I work 14-hour days, I'm at 6 a.m. I'm on my computer, and then I take kids to school, and then we run showings or meetings, this and that, and then between phone calls, this, and then get home, dinner, all that, and then I'm sitting there on my computer for like till 10 o'clock at night. And I know, like, I don't know, sometimes, you're like, oh, my family, because I'm not as present as I like to be. But what?
Anytime we're on the phone, you hang up on me probably 4 times where we can get through the conversation. I got to take this call.
Yeah, we get like that way too with the agency. But I mean, there's times where I'll get we call them risks, like a house, and like it's a unique situation. We'll be working on it for 4 or 5 hours. Just that one thing, not including everything else that's now coming through. Because it's like, okay, well, like I've had a vacant dwelling, and it's like, okay, which carriers are going to take this? And then maybe that certain customer has certain things that a carrier's not going to want. So then I have to go and call each carrier and explain it down. And then if there's an underwriting hole, then I got to go to the underwriter. So yeah, I mean, it's not like, and here's one of my bigger pet peeves is like sometimes people will say, hey, here's my address. Can you run me a quote? And I'm like, well, I would kind of need more
I think
information.
I've done that before. I think I did it to Will.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's like, at the very least,
Yeah.
name, date of birth, email, address, roof age is a big one. And then we ask these underwriting questions. What kind of dogs do you have, if you have any? And they're like, why do you need to know? Well, that's a liability. And there's carriers that, like, if you have a German Shepherd, they might not want to take you. And that's where not so great policies are written, because if I don't ask you these questions, I'm like, oh yeah, here you go, Sarah. Here's your quote. And you're like, cool, let me buy it. And then you need to go file a claim, and then a carrier comes out and they're like, whoa, hold on, you have these things? You have this dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you open up yourself for that claim to be denied.
Really?
So we ask these things, and trampoline's a big one with these windstorms. They just
Really?
fly everywhere. Yeah, because they fly everywhere.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
a
my
liability.
gosh, I have a Rottweiler and a trampoline.
Do you?
Yeah.
Dude,
You just lost your coverage.
I just lost. Oh my gosh,
You
don't
just
post
lost
that.
your
No, I
home.
Just got dropped.
But I mean, there's also, just like there's carriers that won't take them, there's carriers that don't care. They're just like, yeah, we'll take it. Or there's carriers that are like, oh, they have a trampoline as long as it's fenced and netted. There are carriers that are like, no trampoline, period. We're not going to take it. But that's where not so great policies are written.
I mean, I think if like a dog, like, okay, I understand like aggressive breeds, things like that, but it's all on how you raise them though too. And not every, like, so there's some policies that won't cover if you have like a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
So what is the reason? Is it because they're afraid it's going to get out and bite somebody, and then they'd have to cover that?
Yes, because you have general liability on your homeowner's insurance. And that's in short for like lawsuits. So if your dog gets out and bites somebody, and then whoever it bit wants to come after you and file suit against you, well, then your homeowner's insurance, your general liability on your homeowner's insurance can kick in for that. So then a carrier could be like, well, no, we don't even want to open up ourselves to that, so we're not going to insure this.
Yeah.
Whereas some are like, we don't care.
Huh.
Yeah.
If somebody comes on your property, though, they can still sue you, can't they? Like, I think if somebody comes on your property trespassing and they get hurt, they can still sue you in Texas.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
Yeah.
Try it
That's
out,
why I have a
Jacob.
Rottweiler. Yeah. That's why.
But I do agree with you. Some dogs are friendlier than others.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
but an insurance carrier is not going to go like, let me call Sarah. Let me do a character assessment on her.
Yeah.
They're just like, no,
She's
you gotta.
insane.
Well, honestly, if my dogs don't know you and you come up to the property, then they will try to eat you. But our fence is very well done. But yes, they can see out of it, and they can stick their heads through little holes that we have. So if you're on the property,
So what do you
But if
think
they know
about everyone that's getting a new roof right now that just got a roof last year?
I'm not a roofer, but I think that from my general, and just no, I'm not a roofer. For my general, just limited knowledge, I think that potentially whatever roofer came to your home probably kind of screwed you over, because a new roof can sustain a few years, several years. Some roofers say 5 to 7. Some say
of hail damage.
yeah, and it's also dependent on how severe.
Well,
the
yeah.
storm
I mean,
was.
if you have, soccer ball size
Did
hail
you see
coming
that
through
softball size hail?
Yes.
And like people's cars were just.
if you have holes through your house, that's
yeah,
different.
yeah.
But there's just so many people on my street right now. The whole neighborhood's getting roofs, and some houses have not had a roof in 10 years.
Yeah.
So like those are overdue, but there's a couple that just got a roof last year. Like this time last year they got one, and they're already out there. Well, I don't know if they're having to get one, but they're
trying to.
I mean,
yeah. I feel just from like the conversations I've had with our roofing referral partners, if it was just a normal storm, I think they would be okay. They probably just got scammed up and sold.
yeah. I mean, I just know from like certain insurance providers, just
They're not going to.
do
They're not going
if
to
you
give
do
you
a
a new
claim
roof
like
1 year
that,
and then turn
so
around the next year and give you another new roof.
well, no, just the claims back to back like that
Yeah.
can really get you like. Can that just get you dropped? I mean,
Yeah, they can. If you just start being claim heavy,
Yeah.
an insurance carrier can be like, "Yo, what's happening here?"
Yeah.
I've also heard horror stories of people that have had their policies and stuff for, I don't know, 10 plus years, never filed a claim, and then they file one claim and they're dropped.
Well, I think for that, so an insurance carrier isn't just gonna wake up one day and be like, "I'm gonna drop you." If they're going to stop covering you, they normally send out notice, and we'll get these emails. Like I have one right now. He's due to renew in like July, but the carrier sent out a notice like a month ago and said, "Hey, if these things don't get fixed, we are not going to renew you." So it's
Okay.
essentially dropping you, but they're dropping you at renewal. They're just not dropping you in the middle of the term, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But they'll send notice out.
So do they like go out and just look at the property and then say?
Yeah, some insurance carriers will do a phone inspection, so they'll just have you download their app or click on their link, and then you just take pictures. But some will send out an inspector to look at your property.
I know there's the top three. I'm not going to say their names, but there's always the top three that they say to stay away from.
I haven't heard of the top three.
Name
I
drop
guess.
it. We'll bleep it out.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I can talk about that because it can open up.
Yeah, probably not
Exactly.
going to talk about it, but we can
Yeah.
bleep that part out. I just wanted to
Exactly.
know. Yeah, I just wanted
That's
to know.
what I've heard from
Uh,
all ends of real
Yeah.
estate now is stay
but
away
I
from
will.
those.
I will tell you, I saved a bunch of money by switching to. No, I
I'm
do need to
bleeping that.
do.
We're not
I
giving
do.
them. We're not getting sponsored.
Yeah, we need to bleep all that out. So back again, but I do need to get new quotes. I need to call y'all. It's
call
having
us.
the time and and sitting down because it is a lot when you get a homeowner insurance or home insurance quote too sometimes because you do have to give all the information and have to, all the
Do
things.
you know what
so.
the amount of time from like a storm happening or whatever someone needs to file a claim?
Yeah, that's a good question, dude. Jacob, that's why everyone loves you, man.
Don't build his ego. Just push it right back down. There
You
we
saw
go.
he was like, yeah, he hit that.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, that's like,
I think I don't think it's kind of carrier to carrier because I
okay.
haven't I had because I've only been doing it for a year, but I did call a carrier about this because they needed to file a claim, and they said I want to say this has been a few months. They had up to 12 months to go ahead and file that claim.
Yeah, I think some are a year, some are like half a year, something like
Yeah.
that. I think it just varies, but
so it's something that you also need to check with your insurance.
you're not going to
coverage
call
and
up your
see.
insurance and be like, "Hey, this storm happened 3 years ago. I need you to
3 years
fix
ago,
Yeah.
and now I have a leaky roof. No, yeah.
Yeah, I had a guy call me, I don't know, last summer, and he was like, "Hey, I need to file a claim on my car from a hailstorm," and I was like, "We haven't had a hailstorm." He said, "It happened like 2 years ago," and I was like, They're not going to do that."
it."
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then he sent me his insurance. And I was like, "And you don't even have comp and collision. Like you just literally have liability only." So I was like, "You're
Good
not."
luck.
Yeah, I was like, "You're
Yeah.
not covered anyways."
It's like, do you know what liability means?
Yeah. And then he was like, "Well, what if I add comp and collision? Can I file the claim then?" And I was like, "Bro, get out of my face right now."
Like- yeah, let me.
Hold on. What was the lie one? Hold on. Where was it? That was a good one. Hold on. I'm not going to argue with you. You have every right to be wrong. Here we go.
Well, it's like, let's take out this policy on a house and then, go, or what is it that I always say about like metal roofs? Oh, let's just go up and like throw ice at it or golf balls at it and then call the insurance company. It's like, no.
That's called fraud.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Very
You
much
can go
is.
to prison for that.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying that's what they always talk about doing. It's like, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out. They can tell what real hail damage is versus someone who just went up there and stomped
Yeah.
on the roof.
Yeah, insurance companies, they're smart though.
Yeah. Well, think of all the money they're working with. They're not trying to just throw out cash here and there.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Also, when someone gets dropped for not doing anything or maybe just filing one claim, it's because let's just say, or whoever does have a lot of market in this area, and a bad hailstorm comes through, and they have to pay everyone out. They could start withdrawing from the market, if that makes sense. So then they'll say, "Hey, we don't want to
So
write new
kind of-
business."
But they still have to pay. don't
They'll
they?
still pay,
Yeah.
but then they
Isn't
don't want
that-
to take on any newer business in
Okay.
just in this area. Because I've had to call carriers and because our Salesforce system has notes on it, but I've had to call carriers and say, hey, are you writing or do you have an appetite in these counties?
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll be like, no, we're not currently
Well,
taking
that's kind of
anything.
what happened, I think, in like California.
Yeah.
And like Florida, they have
Florida, the flood
hurricanes
insurance is. I heard
and-
so now like the flood insurance is like more than the mortgage at this point on some
Really?
parts in some parts of Florida. People are having to sell their houses because they can't afford the flood insurance,
This is why I choose just to travel.
and they have to have the flood insurance for the mortgage.
Yeah, I know.
not stay there for long extended periods of time.
Yeah, definitely writing insurance has, when I buy my house, it'll definitely have, or knowing about the insurance side of things, it'll definitely influence what property I buy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a smart idea.
I don't know. It seems like the hail here lately has just gotten worse and worse every year.
Yeah, at least we're not getting tornadoes though. That can stay in Oklahoma. Sorry, Oklahoma. But that can stay there. So.
Now you just jinxed us, and we're gonna be.
Do you knock on wood too? I do that all the time.
I just did it because you just jinxed us.
Is it knock on wood and knock on glass?
This is probably not even real wood, so
I know.
we're
I was
definitely
thinking. I
gonna
was
get
like,
43
Yeah,
tornadoes.
we'll have to hold on.
we're gonna be the next Joplin.
Yeah, gosh, please no, please no. I hate tornadoes. I hate tornadoes with passion. They scare me.
Yeah, they're pretty scary.
Just because they change direction so easily. And
I've
you don't know
never-
if you're safe or not.
I've
So.
never seen one in person,
Mhm.
but we were in Sherman one time, and there was one on the ground, I guess, in Dorchester,
Mhm.
and they were like, "Okay, it's either going to go where we were at. They're like, it's either going to come straight at where we were, or it's going to turn and it's going to go east." And we were just sitting there like, well, I'm not really praying that these people in the east get hit, but like, please go east. And then it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It just went through fields. But I've still never,
Yeah.
people that move here all the time and they're asking like, what's the storm situation? Like whenever I'd sold the property I was talking about earlier on the,
Mhm.
and that was out at,
Yeah.
they were like, they were more from down south, but they were like, what is the storm situation here? I said, well, this area just had a tornado back in 2023. I said, I can't say it's like common.
I think it's
right
more rare though
here.
because
Yeah, I mean,
the
I've-
lake breaks up the storms. So like
Yeah.
where
Does it?
we're at, yeah.
Hmm.
So I live by the lake, and we picked our location strategically because of the storms. Because so like where our cove is and everything, so they're either coming southeast or they're just coming straight across, right? Like or coming from west to east, right? And sometimes they'll but anyways, they're all headed east, right? But whenever they come, they're getting close to the lake, the storm, it just kind of breaks apart and dissipates, and then it recollects, and just depending on where it's going, so if it's going, northeast, it's going to, recollect back in Durant or Calera, Cartwright, all that stuff, Culvert.
I didn't
But
know
if
that.
it's just going from like west to east, it's going to hit Denison and go to
Yeah.
Bottom and all that.
'Cause-
So where we're at is we actually had one, that was that one. Okay. So that one was supposed to hit us where we were at on the it shifted because they were telling us to take cover and it hit.
Yeah,
which is
actually,
across from
it
us.
started. It was
Mhm.
It came from Kingston. 'Cause I think what's that marina with the twisted anchor, Buncombe Creek.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It hit them and went all the way across the lake. I guess you can call that
this
a.
one was coming.
Can
Well, the
you-
one that hit Sherwood Shores, it started in Buncombe Creek.
Oh, okay.
Can you read the water? Have you learned how to do that?
No.
Stand out there and just read it.
Read the water.
I can
No,
walk,
but okay. So the
can
other
you walk on
day,
water?
they were talking about this big storm, and it was on the news and all that. And like it was just real eerie out. I parked my car like safe,
Oh,
and
was this Tuesday?
yes, and yes, and so they were talking about like softball size hail. This storm was already producing, and it was coming, and it was going to hit Pottsboro at like this time in the morning or whatever, at like 10:16 or something. I remember because I had it like on there. And
This is not the same.
I'm
storm.
sitting there. It's like 9:30, and I have all the dogs in because in case it comes early, I don't want them getting all wet or running off because of the storm. And it's just really still outside, and the sky is like black, and all of a sudden, all the birds just start going crazy. I even videoed it. It was like this weird they were just like talking to each other.
Yeah.
It's weird, and I'm like, I called my husband like something's about to happen. I think it's a tornado. The birds can sense it, so I don't listen to the animals. But then nothing happened. We just had a few
No,
droplets of rain, and that was
Tuesday.
it. So
Well, Tuesday we went to.
oh, you guys
Oklahoma
went
City,
to Oklahoma City, yeah.
and when we were coming back, that's when the one storm was starting, and they were saying it was producing that kind of hail, and we never got hailed on. I don't know how we did it. 'Cause
Yeah.
they said it hit 35 right where we were,
Mhm.
Because we were up in Wynnewood or whatever, passing the
There was tornadoes
closed
that
down
afternoon.
zoo.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Is that
Tiger King.
Tiger King? Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. Buddy.
I know.
Can
'Cause
we get like another season of that? I just really, I need it.
What are
What-
you
where-
watching right now that's got you hooked?
Right now,
Yeah.
honestly, I'm in between shows right now.
that is not a question to ask me, by the way.
Yeah, I'm in between.
If you've watched
We
our
just
podcast, you know
finished-
I'm uncultured.
Well, we just finished. I can't now. I'm drawing a blank. I do want to start Marshalls though, and then Dutton Ranch. I want to start.
You're gonna
that
go
one, I wanna
shop at
start that.
Marshalls.
Start Marshalls. Do you like the Taylor Sheridan?
I
Series?
watched Yellowstone. I have a bad habit of same thing with books. I'll start and then I just won't finish.
Yeah,
But I really liked Yellowstone.
yeah. It was
Yeah.
good, but it got really dramatic towards the end. Like like it had this great start, and of course it had a little bit of drama, but it got so whiny. I hate when shows do that when they start off
Yeah.
strong and then it's just whine in an episode. And I'm like, I can't watch this anymore. I'm done. But I'm excited for Marshalls though. That one's good.
She's excited to go shop at Marshalls.
I've never been to a Marshalls.
I haven't
I
either
don't
because we
think
don't
I
have
have
one.
For the TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
I'm in the TJ Maxx.
What show are you watching right now?
I don't watch a whole lot of TV.
Yeah.
I like movies.
See, I'm not the only one.
He likes movies though.
Oh.
He's never seen Talladega Nights.
I think I saw it when
Is that gonna be something we mention every podcast?
Yeah, until you watch it.
Yeah.
Actually, we should just have a podcast. I say you guys should just have a
It's
podcast.
just that's the theme.
It's just you, the back of your head and that TV
We're just
playing
watching.
Talladega Nights. Yeah, that's the whole podcast. But I'm gonna kind of be with you because I've seen it, but I wasn't paying attention.
Well, I might have seen it. Like that's the thing I told you.
Yeah, you
it's
might
just
have
when I'm
seen it,
young.
yeah.
I was probably less than 10 years old.
I told him we were gonna get so famous that I was gonna be signing babies, and he didn't know what I was talking about. And
That was
it's
our
like
first
where he signs
episode.
the baby. Yeah.
And she said we were only going to get 3 views, and here we are. We have 14,000 on the channel now.
I literally just lost my train of thought. I
Yeah.
really hope I don't have Alzheimer's in like 50 years.
I already do.
Do you?
I'm going to be in a.
Thing to joke about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't super worry about it, but there are times where I'm like, I literally just lost exactly where I was going.
I feel like if I ever get to that point, just send me off somewhere.
I'm cool living.
Just go put me off somewhere like on an island.
I'm cool
and
living.
just-
I'm cool being alive as long as I can be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
If I ever, whether it happens at 45 or 90, as long as when I can't take care of my own self,
Yeah.
Take him out into a field and.
just,
Not that. Just free range.
yeah, dang.
Free range.
Jacob.
Like let the animal go and not put it out of
So you
If
want
it's out
to?
at
So he's
nursery?
not self-sufficient. You're just gonna
Let me
let
go.
him go in a field. That seems smart.
I was saying an island for me.
Drown. Let me drown. Because I heard it's peaceful.
Really?
That's what I've heard.
Drowning
I've
is
heard-
peaceful.
I've heard that out of all the deaths outside of dying in your sleep, drowning is one of the most.
I don't know. When I'm at the
peaceful.
bottom of a pool and I'm trying to swim to the top and can't breathe, that doesn't feel very
You have a
peaceful.
panic attack. Maybe if you're sedated.
And I think maybe,
Sedate me and throw me into the water.
but do you feel like you'll feel all those? Because I feel like I've had that too, where I'm like, dude, I gotta rise up for air,
Mhm.
and it's that initial. But do you think that once you like intake water and then you pass out, it's
Is
just
that why like okay, so in movies and like somebody's drowning and they're kind of like they freak out for a second and then they just kind of go still? Maybe that's the peaceful part.
yeah, like could you imagine like being burned alive? That
Oh,
would
gosh.
suck.
Yeah,
In a
that'd be
house
horrible.
fire, no.
I can't remember. I thought I had a preferred. I don't even want to say
A
that.
preferred way.
To
yeah,
die,
but
yeah.
I don't.
Gosh, this got morbid.
Mine
Yeah.
would be
This is the
in
stuff
my
that makes me
sleep.
clips.
In your sleep.
just have no idea it's coming, nothing, just fall asleep one day. I think I gotta go. In my head, I'm like, all right, I gotta go to sleep so I can get a Blaine's office tomorrow. And then I wake up and I'm like at the gates of heaven. I'm like, how did I end up here?
Yeah.
That'd be my preferred way. Second preferred way is just
Yeah.
straight bullet to the head. I don't wanna, but not like I know it's coming. I just don't want to know it's coming,
Yeah.
and I want it to be instant.
What were we were talking something last night at the happy hour.
I wasn't there.
Me and were, and it was
Yeah.
about. I can't remember what it was. Something about death, but I was like, "Don't." Or no, maybe it was at the gym the other day. I don't know. Dementia.
You and I both,
But
bro.
it was something like, don't. I don't remember what we're talking about. We're joking about something, but it's like, don't tell me you're gonna do something like that. Just do it.
Do it.
Just
Do it.
I don't remember what we're talking about though.
There's a lot of that going around today.
We're
apparently.
just I haven't
Apparently.
eaten
Or
or
what? Just
Y'all
do.
need to start
haven't
doing
had
some
my
brain exercises. I play solitaire at
I haven't had my
nighttime
morning vodka
on my phone.
that I don't drink.
Might be
He
why.
doesn't drink.
Yeah, I might do. Some people say it's just because you got a lot. That's why I keep on checking my phone too.
A lot
And
on
I
your
know
mind. Yeah.
just like things. Because one thing, like again, insurance agents sometimes get the wrap up like, oh, they never answer or they
Yeah.
never. So I try to get to my clients all the time. And I bet you guys are like that too, where it's
Yeah.
like like Jacob said, you're constantly on the phone or you're constantly in the Rolodex of your mind of like,
Yeah.
what do I have to do today?
Yeah.
I think the thing with me the most is I go to bed not having any like this call wasn't made today or I've got to do this in the morning first. I don't really go to bed with that mentality. Like I did everything I was supposed to. I'm caught up on everything. But it's like all through the night, it's like I dream or just I don't know. It's like
That you
I
couldn't
wake
get your
up
stuff
like,
done.
oh my gosh, I didn't do that. And it's like, no, you did. You're fine.
Yeah.
And
You
I
might
just-
need medication.
No, I don't want to ever get started on medication
Ambien.
or alcohol or anything like that. I like that my body can do its own thing.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever waited tables?
No.
Have you, Jacob? Those were the worst because you would go like at night while I'm winding down and be like, freak, I forgot.
I would do the
It's
most
okay.
dramatic. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But what did you forget?
I would just be like, dang, I forgot to take that table, this salad, or they
Oh.
ordered that and I completely forgot to like send it out.
That's why I
Yeah.
got a bad tip. No, I'm joking. Oh, yeah. How long did you wait tables?
I waited tables for like 2 years, and that I think everyone should wait tables, especially if you're shy.
Especially at Twin Peaks.
Is that where you?
That's where you worked, right?
No, I would not have worked at Twin.
You've been to
I
Twin
don't think they
Peaks?
would have hired me.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's
Could
why I
you imagine
said
him in a
it.
Twin Peaks uniform?
I could. No, I'm kidding.
no,
Okay.
I don't think I'd do really good at Twin Peaks at all.
But
approached-
okay. So why should everybody at least experience? Jacob, go
Sorry.
away. I'm gonna smack him. Why should they go? Like, why should they wait tables? What is your perspective on that?
So my first, the manager that ever hired me at the bank, he said he likes to hire waiters because it develops your social skills. Like you have to talk. You learn how to handle stress because it can be stressful
Yeah.
when a table's like waiting on their food and you go check on the kitchen, or worse, they're waiting on the food and then you realize you forgot to put their food in and it's already like a 35-minute ticket time and it's a busy day. So then like this kitchen's about to not have this ready. And it's like, let's just say they ordered a steak, which is not going to cook in 7 seconds. So like it teaches you how to like deal with that stress and learn how to just like decipher it down and like go to the table and say, hey, and then you're balancing everything. Like, if you have 3 or 4 tables, Jacob and you, and I, let's just say you have 15 people you're waiting on throughout just a section. And it's like, what are they drinking? I got to remember that. Like, oh, this lady says she has this allergen. I got to register that now and write it down. So you're just juggling so much.
Yeah.
But for me, there was a social aspect of it. I wasn't shy already when I started waiting tables, but it definitely just honed out my social skills.
Do you think it makes you humble?
Yeah.
I don't
Humbles you
know.
a
I
little
feel like
bit?
there's a lot of entitled wait staff nowadays, but
Or like humble in what way? Like, what do you mean?
Like just as far as say that so say somebody gets a job and they're waiting tables and then they realize how hard it is. So like humble
Yeah.
as far as, when you go to eat now and
Oh,
the
yeah.
server, like you're humbled. Like
Yeah, there's time like I would say I'm a good tipper, but like and then it's also that aspect of like I've gone out to eat and the server's just like perfect. I mean, they're like getting to know me, they're making jokes, but they're not on top of my table or like I can't enjoy my dinner with whoever I'm with. And I'm like, that was like such great service. Like they were on top of it. They noticed like my drink was kind of getting low, so they just swung by and like refilled it. Or they sometimes, and I used to try to do this where whenever when I was saying tables, but like I would order whatever, and they'd bring by and they'd be like, "Hey, I know you ordered this sauce, but also everyone always loves this sauce, so I went ahead and just brought it to you like a
Well,
side
that's
of
not,
it."
yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, thank you for that." Like,
See, and I
obviously,
feel like when you're like you're saying about like the kitchen being slow or stuff that's out of your control, I feel like in those moments, especially for just wait staff, like just coming back around and just saying something, stuff like that, like that's just what is a thing nowadays. It's like if something's slow in the kitchen, it's like they just hide from the table almost, and then you're like,
Yeah.
we're out of drinks now. So it's
Yeah.
like if you're just like
Tell me
there,
the kitchen's
there.
slow, and I'll be like, all right.
or like
yeah.
they'll come by and say, "Hey, we're really really busy. A large party just came in.
Yeah,
I don't want to rush you guys,
just the communication.
but
aspect.
I would encourage you guys to place your order right now, so
Mhm.
it goes in before this large party already busy."
Yeah, just the consideration I think goes so much further than just how so many people nowadays just
Yeah.
hide from the table.
Mhm.
It's like I don't know.
So yeah, now when I go out to eat, like I'll read it and I'm like, "Oh, okay, like this girl or guy's definitely clearly busy."
Yeah.
And more so if another table's being just a jerk to them, but I'm still at least getting like kind of my food. Then it's like, all
Yeah.
right, man, like I'm not gonna dock you. Like clearly you're having a really not great night. But on the inverse side of that, I've gone out to eat when I'm like one of the only tables there, and like they don't greet me. Like okay, I went on a date 2 or 3 months ago. We went out to Denton, and I went to order a beer at the bar, and I was standing there for like 3 or 4 minutes, and the bartender like kept like looked at me, but she like never acknowledged, and I started getting annoyed because I'm like, dude, just say something
Yeah.
like, "Hey, let me get this," and finally she's like, "I'll be right with you. I'm just making 2 more drinks." And then she was like, "What can I get you?" And just very
Oh, yeah.
dry
And
and
she gave
whatnot.
Yeah.
she gave you like this much foam.
But I'm just like acknowledge, you know.
Yeah.
So on the inverse, sometimes I'll leave a minimal tip if I'm like, you really didn't do anything. Like my
you're
food.
gonna put it all out there. What kind of tipper you are?
Yeah.
You did a good
Drop a
job. You're getting a
percentage.
good tip, but if you did not, but then also there's sometimes like I don't know. Was it? I feel like there was a while back. We were out eating, and I think my mom she was with us, and she said something to the waitress because the waitress was kind of being rude, and the waitress actually had a mental breakdown, and like my mom hugged her and all that. She was just having a bad
You
day.
guys are
She
terrible to wait on.
well, no, it wasn't us.
caused
The
a breakdown.
waitress was having a bad we were having a bad experience, and so my mom said something to her. And she her car broke down that morning and this and that. And then her kid, came home sick and she was just
Yeah.
trying to make it, and she's like, I'm so sorry. And then we all tipped her really big, have a better day.
You also never know.
You don't know what other people are going through. Kindness is free.
There you go, Sarah.
Kindness is free.
No, I will purposely not go out to eat if I don't want to tip. Because I know like that's already registering in my head. If I go out to eat, I have to also consider like the tip.
America's fun.
And there's times where I'm like, I don't really want to spend all this money. So
$1 million question. Do you tip at Sonic?
Yes.
yeah, I'll round up.
Yes.
Sometimes if I have like a dollar or
Mine's
two.
$2 every time.
Yeah.
I can buy $1 drink and I'll still tip $2.
Yeah. I round up or at least give $1. But I don't really, I'm not gonna give him I've left a $10 bill one day just
There's-
I
because.
just don't. Okay, so my thing, I've tipped at Sonic before, but I'm not going to lie, and people are probably going to spit in my food now. I'm not going to go there anymore. I don't always tip at Sonic because here's the deal is that when I go to a restaurant and I sit down, I'm greeted. They take my order. They bring my stuff to me. They check on me. They refill my drink. How is the food? And that's what you expect. I'm going to a fast food restaurant. It's the same thing as a drive-through. I'm pulling up, I'm picking up my order, and then I'm leaving.
Well,
so I don't.
my
think
thing is
you don't get your
them-
drink refilled.
My thing is different because they're bringing it out to you.
Right.
Now, if
So
they
that,
have the Sonic drive-thrus, yes.
But you can go to Taco Bell and sit down. They'll bring your food to you.
yeah. So that's why I'll just round up. But same thing,
Okay.
a bigger one is do you tip at like coffee shops or those places that like, and if I'm in the like if at CJ's, if I go to the drive-through,
Uh-huh.
and they come out to me, and definitely if they actually make conversation, like, hey,
Yeah.
what's up, man? Like, getting ready for the work day. Yeah, I'll tip them 15-20%.
I dock
Yeah.
the tip when they talk to me.
Don't
Leave me
talk to
alone.
If you don't
No.
talk to me, I'll give you $10.
Hey, I'm known for my RBF, okay?
This is for you to shut up.
This is for you to shut up.
That's why everyone loves Draco.
That's what I just watched. Oh gosh. Okay. So the story of Anna Delvey. It's on
I don't know
Netflix. Anna Delvey.
I know all about her.
Uh-uh.
Okay. is it 231 Park that she tried to get in New York? Okay, so Anna Delvey, you got to watch this documentary. It was
Okay.
very well done. So it's well, not even really a documentary. It's a series on her and the events that happened. So she was a German heiress, and
Okay.
she just was Ray.
Is this a
she
real
moved-
person?
Yes,
Okay.
and she's in prison.
Yeah,
her
dude.
real name is
Oh.
Anna
Not
Sor,
cultured, sorry.
Sor something.
I live on the lake.
But she told everybody that she was, German heiress, all this. She had money in the beginning, so no telling where she got that from. But then she convinced like 3 different banks to loan her money to buy 231 Park in New York City. And she was going to build like a new Soho club and like do these things. But she was like traveling on other people's, like she kept getting loans from people because people were like, oh, well, when she gets her inheritance, she'll pay me back. Or, oh, her dad's just being mean to her right now and cut her off again. And so she was living this like big lavish life in these like grand hotels, like $100 bottles of champagne and wine and all that, going to other countries on private yachts and jets and all those things. Like, okay, so it's like I think like 8 episodes, but watch that. But yeah, she gets in a cab and the guy is talking and she gives him $100 bill and he was like, oh, thank you, thank you so much. And she goes, that's a shut up. And I was like, oh my gosh, that just reminded me. But you need to watch the Anna Delvey.
Okay.
It's on Netflix. It's
I
good.
just watched Matt Fulson, our agency,
Mhm.
who I poke a lot of fun at Matt. And sometimes I'm like, Matt, does it bother you that I tell people you can't read? He obviously can read. And he's like, no, it doesn't. And I was like, all right, because I'm about to post something else. Like,
I'm related to his family. They can't read. No.
are you? But Matt, he put me on one called Trust Me, I think, on Netflix. It's like a Mormon or fundamentalist, FLDS, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Cult thingy. How
Oh, I like
Jeff,
those, yeah.
what was his name? Jeff, the main cult guy, Jeff whatever died. And then this guy ended up somehow like convincing a group of people that he was the new whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Can't remember.
Disciple or something
yeah,
like that.
it was good.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
Okay, so it's called Trust Me.
Trust me, yeah.
I need to watch that one.
Yeah, it was pretty
Trust
good.
me, bro.
Do you like? Okay, so you like shows like that. There's one on Disney Plus. And it's called Something Bit Me.
Okay.
There's only one
It's
season
most
of
likely
it.
Sarah.
There's only one season of it, and I wish they would do another one because it was. I got so like stuck on it. I think it was around 10 episodes, but it's where people have encounters with wildlife and they've almost died type of things.
Oh yeah.
So there's like a lady that got like stomped on by a moose in her yard.
Fun.
There
Saturday
was
morning
we went to
activities.
Colorado like 5-6 years ago, and we were hiking this trail, and then there was a moose, like from here to where Jacob's car is at. You guys can't see it, but it's probably 30 feet from here.
yeah.
But I was like, dude, Tanner, there's a moose. I was with my buddy, and he was like, do not go to that moose, because I started walking to it, and I was like, why? And he was like, dude, they're like some of the deadliest animals.
Yeah.
And Tanner's a little goofy, so I was like, I don't really think I trust you, but also I'm not gonna chance it. So
Photo
then,
op.
yeah,
Go
I
take a
googled it.
selfie.
Mooses
they
are
will
super.
trample you to
yeah.
death. Yes. Yeah.
Polar bears are sweet though.
So there's 2 things about polar bears. I love polar bears, but I would never try to go hug a polar bear.
Okay. Have fun with
But
that.
no, there was one. So these guys, it's in like the first episode. So I'm just gonna give this to you because it'll get you to watch it. They go on a like guys trip in Canada, and they have to be helicoptered in to where they're gonna hike and camp and all the things. And they're supposed to be gone for like 5 days, 6 days, whatever. They didn't hire polar bear guards, but they had guides. So when you go to that area, you're supposed to have a polar bear guard because they know how. It's basically a guard from a polar bear, right? They know what to do for certain situations and how to be safe. Well, the guides that they hired were just not the brightest, I guess. I don't know how they, got away with calling themselves guides. They had their campground and they had all their tents up, and they put for a fence to deter the polar bears was like a 6-inch little wood post that they shoved in the ground, and it had one wire on there that was electric. And so the guys were like, so that'll keep a polar bear out? They're like, yeah, they really are actually skittish. They walk up to it, it zaps their paw, and they run away. And so they're like, okay. So that night, their first night, a guy got pulled out of his tent by a polar bear. And so the rest of the people are trying to get this guy back, and they're like yelling, making noise and all these things. And they get the guy back. They had called in for help. It takes like 6 hours for the polar bear guards to get there. And when they get there, like they all come in on helicopters. They said that with their night vision goggles, there was 16 polar bears surrounding their campground, like ready to eat all of them. Like they made it there in the nick of time. Yeah. So you got to watch. It's called
Bro,
Something
what?
Bit Me.
We're
Yes.
definitely leaving a tip.
Okay. Something
on that
bit me.
experience.
Something bit me on Disney Plus. If you have not watched it, it is there's all different animal occurrences too. There's like a barracuda, there's snakes, there's all different, so where people have been attacked by wildlife. So we did chase a bear.
Did you?
Yes, last year. It was a teenage boy bear. We were in the Smokies.
Like a furry?
It was a black bear. Okay, no, it was a black bear. It was a real bear. But we were in the Smokies, and we go every few years because I love the Smokies. I love Gatlinburg. And this time we were staying in town. We normally stay in a cabin out on like a mountain area, and and get the full experience. But we were staying in town, and the lady at the hotel told us that there was a teenage male bear running around, and so we have a balcony, and we're sitting there, and I'm sitting there with the kids, and there he is. My daughter goes, bear, and so we all run down, and we're not the only ones. There's people at the hotel, and we're just like kind of following it, and he was pretty good sized, but my husband's a big guy, so I'm like, if anything happens, he'll take on the bear so we can get away. But we were like following him, and there's people like taking pictures and all that, and this like lady, because we're like right off the strip, and she's like coming, I guess, off from her job, and she was like, I wouldn't get that close to him. No. And we're like, but we did. He was so cute. I'm like, do you want to come home? You want to come home? You can sleep on the couch all day.
So I know we touched on it a little bit at the end of last episode when we went to the coffee shop. But you want to tell everyone the update on the gas situation?
Oh, the gas leak.
So y'all done 2 episodes? I was trying to get through the first one. I got through most of it, golf carts and all that. Yeah. But I was watching it as I was like working. Yeah. So give me a quick update.
So last week, we had Siobhan here from Sugar and Spice.
Okay.
And we're doing our bit, and everything's going good. It's getting towards the end, and the AC like hadn't kicked on, and then it finally kicked on. And right when it did, I have something in my eye. Like I smell like gas, and I was like, okay, like I smell gas. And then Siobhan smelt it too, and we kept rolling all that, and then we got done. She left, and me and Jacob had to rearrange the furniture and stuff and clean up, and we were walking out, and there was a fireman coming in, like fully geared. And I just looked at him. We didn't even talk to fireman yet. I just looked at him and said, I told you, I knew it. And we also talked about me being competitive last week too. And so that was, part of that kind of came through there.
Now that I think about it,
I told you.
Now that I think about it, the air kicked on, and that's when we started smelling it.
So it's probably here the whole time.
Well, I'm just saying, the air kicking on is not necessarily a good thing in a gas leak situation.
No, it's not. But yeah. Well, okay, so we go outside, and then we can't start our cars. Our cars are parked right here.
They're
so we're not allowed to start our cars. So we got stranded. So Siobhan had to come pick us up, and we went to her coffee shop to keep filming like we were, planned on, and then she had to bring us back. And then when we got back,
the cars reeked.
Like they were Atmos and all that was all gone.
Well, I had to cut most of that out because this one doesn't like a certain
word. We're not going to talk about that word. All right, but when we got back though, we opened up our cars and had to layer. I don't like that word. I had to let the cars air out to be able to start them. So it was crazy.
Why did they smell then? What was going on?
Well, there was a major gas. Oh yeah. We just told them all that, and then didn't like. there was a major gas line break. So they're doing the construction right here, and then they hit a gas line, and so it was like a big. They had to clear out the whole building. So the fireman came up. He was like, "Is there any more people in this building?" I'm like, "There's 2 floors. I don't know who's all here."
You're right. That's for you to find out. Big talk walking in. Like I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
Well, we probably need to wrap it up.
Probably need to wrap it up. Oh, it is. It's time.
I can't see the clock. It's behind this TV.
Odi keeps checking his phone. He's got things to do. He's got calls to make.
Yeah, I got a quote come through.
He's got to do some quotes.
Well, we have a meeting.
We have a meeting at 12.
I got time.
We got to eat.
Y'all got
Taco
time.
Bell. We went to Taco Bell after the first one.
I had breakfast pizza, so.
I'm going to go get crab legs later.
Where are you getting crab legs at?
Fish and Tails. McKinney. Seafood boil.
They have a seafood boil?
When I Googled it, it looked like they did. So I'm going to try to fast and not eat until then.
He's going to go and find out they don't have it and no tip.
The Buc-ee's and Melissa on Sundays does the crawfish boil there. Or you can get crab legs and all that, and you get all the stuff, and they put it in a bag, and then you take it out front, and then they boil it right there with the seasonings you want.
Are you serious?
Serious? Yes, I'm Sarah serious.
Sarah?
Yes.
On Sundays.
Are you Sarah?
On Sundays. It's their crawfish boil. So, but you can go pick crawfish, crab legs, shrimp, corn, potatoes, all that, and they put it in a bag, and then you take it up to the front, and then they boil it right there. They ask what seasonings you want, and they boil it for you.
From what time to what time?
I don't know. I have to look that up.
That is
I think
insane.
it's all day on Sunday. Yeah.
I love doing podcasts.
I love doing podcasts.
We'll catch you at Bucky's. Cut to Bucky's.
Field trip to Bucky's on Sunday. All of us go. We got our crawfish boil. Yeah. No, I've been seeing crawfish everywhere.
I don't.
And some fried
More
green
for you.
tomatoes. Yeah.
We're done.
Do you not like fried green tomatoes?
No, I just need to go.
Oh, he's hungry.
Where are you going? Taco Bell?
I gotta start editing, and then she wants me to watch all these movies, so I can't I have no time to edit if I gotta watch all these
Something
movies.
bit me.
Takes me
in
like
the
2
Anna
hours to
Delvey.
edit.
I'll watch Trust Me.
You're gonna. I think you're gonna like it. Okay, Anna Delvey. Text it to me because I'll forget. And
Okay.
I'll start it today. I'll probably start Something Bit Me first because that stuff I love to watch stuff like that.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. Alrighty.
Okay.
Jacob's hungry. Baby Jacob is hungry. He needs his Taco
I gotta
Bell.
get my protein.
6
got the
foot
gym
tall
later.
baby Jacob is hungry.
Yeah.
I got the gym later,
We're
gotta
getting
get
lunch at our meeting.
More protein. Double the
Okay.
protein.
He's bulking up, man. Roids.
Yeah. Okay.
Roids. All right. Well, that's end. Done.
That's the end. We're
That's
done.
the end. How?
We don't have a wrap up. We just
Bye, everybody.
Yeah. Bye.
Give peace. Odie gave a peace sign, so you need to put that in there.